Hello, how are you all? Are you all well? I hope so. Progress is being made, progress. Surgery is booked in for the 15th. That is at the Alfred in the city. I have an appointment. I've had an appointment with the endocrinologist, and what I'm doing now is loading up on the meds. What I need to do is I need to start on these meds. Are alpha blockers, and then we're incrementally going to put them up, and what that will do is it will stabilize my blood vessels and my heart and my blood pressure and everything, so that I can have the surgery. What that involves is, at the moment it's 1 tablet a day. Then what I need to do is stay in constant contact with the doctor who's working with me, the endocrinologist, on this. I have to take my blood pressure laying down and standing first thing in the morning, and pulse again last thing at night, laying down and standing, and pulse both times. And I have to report back to the endocrinologist every 2 or 3 days with all of those results. And what will happen is, as things change or as I stay stable, the meds will be put up. I've been told what we want. They'll know that I'm ready for the operation if I'm dizzy and all my sinuses are blocked, because that's what's going to happen by forcing the blood vessels to open. I've got to drink a lot of fluid, more than I normally would. I normally do about 2 litres a day, so we'll look at 2.5 to 3 litres a day. I've got to eat quite a lot of salt, which is something doctors don't tell you very often. So I've got to be adding a lot of salt in, and because I eat a whole food diet, for the most part, we don't eat much packaged food. I've got to add a bit of extra salt, which isn't a chore for me because I love my salt. So this is really good news for me. And that's what we've got to do for the next month. Side effects, so I can expect to get a bit dizzy, just moving around. If I'm getting dizzy, then I'm not to drive. And we just wait and see how that's going. I've also been accepted to be genetically tested. To start with, we were just looking for the BRCA genes and the ovarian cancer ones, because they've been in the family. With this new diagnosis and this new tumour, they're opening it up and they're testing me for all 70 genes, and that's with the Monash Familial Cancer Centre. And this, I'm just thinking, is it the cancer centre? It's with Monash anyway. And so what they do is I now wait for them to send out referrals for me. I go get a blood test. That's it. So one of the easiest things I've got to do is just go get a blood test, 6 to 8 weeks, and they'll come back, and they're testing for, like I said, about 70 different genes to see what's going on in here, to see if I'm carrying anything because of these different things that I've had. So that's actually a bit exciting. It was really interesting having a talk to the oncologist who works with them about how we go about doing all this sort of stuff. And so just waiting. Today's a good day. I slept last night. I'm having more and more days where I'm just not able to function, and we don't know if I had assumed the fatigue was part of that. We don't actually know. Talking to one of the doctors, the extreme fatigue, I might get this operation, get the tumour out, the tremor will settle down, things like that, and I might get to keep the fatigue. And when I had a chat to the endocrinologist, she said, look, fatigue's not always part of an expression of this particular type of tumour, and it could still be just perimenopause. So little disappointed, to be honest. It was like, great, we'll take the tumour out, I'll get my energy back. She's just like, not necessarily. It simply may be my particular body's expression of perimenopause is that exhaustion and the lack of sleep. So we're on a wait and see about that one again. Still in a good headspace about it, especially when I've had sleep. I'm in a much better headspace about it. Still making the lifestyle changes. I'm about 3.5 kilos down. In my head, I wanted to get below the 80 kilos before surgery. So well on track to do that, and still researching the food and things like that. We'll get into that a bit more after the surgery. So I hope you're all well, keeping well, and we'll touch base soon. Thanks, bye.